Jeff, thank you for joining us. Jeff McCracken is with Itron. He's a senior product line manager with them and is here to share a little insights about not only what's going on with Itron, but what's going on in the utilities around some analytics. So
Glad to be here, Chuck.
Yeah. First, Itron's been it's kind of a mainstay in the industry for a long time now. So why don't you tell me, how is Itron positioned uniquely to kind of provide analytics support for the industry today?
Well, obviously everyone's been doing analytics for some time, for many years, and even in the utility space. Most of that has been, in the back office, where you get all the data, you bring it to the back office, and you do the analysis, and depending on the use case. Going forward, we see a lot of more valuable, interesting analytics that can be done if we leverage not only the back office, which we're doing today and will continue to do, but doing different and more analytics, out into the distributed into the network and even to the endpoint. So it's with our Itron Riva platform, we're essentially it's a kind of a smartphone model where instead of the phone just being a phone, it's basically a computer. It's networked, has memory, has storage, and essentially you can run apps. And the metering portion of it happens to be one of the applications, but you can run many applications on that computing platform. And the real benefit of it is it's at the point where you're actually doing the sensing. So you're not looking at hourly interval data that's in the back office. You're doing, minute, sub-second type sensing. It just opens up a lot of the use cases of what we can do. So really from Itron's perspective, we intend to leverage, the whole network and the whole solution and do analytics where it makes the most sense. And one of the use cases we've been looking at is theft, which has, been done quite a bit in the back office. And that theft use case, if you're able to in near real time look at the voltage fluctuations and demand, you can see when things are coming on and coming off, air conditioners and pool pumps, and with the peer-to-peer communication of the meters, essentially you can say, well, I just saw a load increase. Are the other meters, are you other guys on the same transformer, do you see it too, or are we measuring that? And if there was a load that wasn't being measured, you'd instantly know that there was theft happening, and you would know what's happening right there. So you raise your hand, there's theft happening here. So, theft goes from being I'm going to find a portion of the theft some of the time to kind of all the thefts really resolved in that kind of scenario.
That's what you don't see. I mean, it's the hidden value of what you're not seeing. So.
Right, yes, exactly.
Yeah. Very interesting, yeah. Let me shift gears with you just a little bit here. Why don't we talk about the areas of the utility that you're providing direct benefits today that you think from Itron? Yeah,
we're really, a lot of focus is on grid analytics is what we refer to it, and it's really extending the value of the investments that the utilities made in smart metering. It's large investments, lots of capital. They're meeting their benefits and the rate cases that they put in place for those investments. But now it's a time where they've kind of, a lot of utilities are fully deployed. They're looking at other ways to extend that value. So we're really trying to focus on what we can do with the smart metering data to extend the value. So transformer load management's one area, grid analytics, and we're also using voltage data from the endpoints to determine accurate connectivity, so which meters are connected to which transformers and determining that connectivity accuracy, which has kind of been a problem with historical. Everybody's been doing transformer load management for years, but the problem is you go, this transformer's overloaded, and you go to find out, well, that's because you have 15 meters, you think you have 15 meters connected to it, but you only have 10.
Right.
There wasn't an overload. So getting the accuracy of the data foundational to that. And then you have hourly AMI data. You have a virtual meter on every transformer at that point. So it's transformer load management, voltage analysis, looking at the voltage profiles on your circuits, how you can lower voltage potentially or just do volt-var optimization. What are those opportunities there? So that's an area we're really leveraging the voltage data quite a bit in grid analytics. And then reliability, which is really key to utilities. Every utility's focused on improving reliability. It's an expectation from their customers, and so we're using the smart meter data, which knows to the second when an outage occurred, and after the outage is over and the power's been restored, we can go pull that data from the meters, and then we can say, well, even from a momentary, the short outages that may just be flickers, we can see where those are occurring, see where the longer outages are occurring, and basically look at that data to predict where we're having problems and do predictive analysis and say, well, this area is having lots of problems. We need to go in there and see what's happening and improve reliability. So that's what stuff we're doing today.
Well, good. I tell you, it seems like the adoption of analytics, especially on the operations side, is really starting to grow because it delivers clear value quickly. So your utility customers, are you seeing them doing a pretty good uptake of this, taking advantage of this?
Yeah, it's a lot of interest. It's an area where they're starting to make big investments. It's a new space for them. It's new tools. It's new investments. Why isn't what we did in the past good enough? So it's an evolution of what is the business case, what's the value, and making that business case proposition. But it's catching on.
Yeah. Well, it's exciting times to be in the utility industry
Sure,
for old operators to learn new tools.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.